Before studying anaerobic respiration, we will study the flow chart of aerobic respiration. Now, during aerobic respiration, glucose converts to pyruvic acid by glycolysis. Here, during aerobic respiration, glucose first transformed to pyruvic acid by glycolysis process. Then, the pyruvic acid transformed to acetyl coenzyme A. So once again, during aerobic respiration, glucose transformed to pyruvic acid and acetyl coenzyme A. First, glucose transformed to pyruvic acid, then from pyruvic acid, acetyl coenzyme is forming because of glycolysis process. Then this acetyl from acetyl coenzyme transformed to water, carbon dioxide and energy by other process. That process is known as tricarboxylic acid cycle, or we can call as Krebs cycle. Now at the same time, in case of if there is insufficient supply of carbohydrate, then from protein as well as lipid the energy supply will take place. How it is taking place, that we'll see. Now here I am writing protein, here I am writing lipids. Now lipids transformed to pyruvic acid, lipids transformed to fatty acid, then protein transformed to amino acid. Then this fatty acid transformed to acetyl coenzyme A. Similarly, amino acid transformed to acetyl coenzyme A. After that, this acetyl from acetyl coenzyme A transformed to water, carbon dioxide as well as energy by tricarboxylic acid cycle or Krebs cycle. This is the flow chart of aerobic respiration. Now we are going to study anaerobic respiration. Anaerobic respiration. Anaerobic respiration is taking place by microorganisms in the absence of air, or we can say that the microorganisms which does not require oxygen for living or for getting energy, those microorganisms lives or gains or obtains energy with the help of anaerobic reaction. Other way, we can say other examples, higher animals, higher group of plants, even we can say that the microorganisms which require oxygen for living, even they do sometimes anaerobic respiration when there is lack of oxygen. Now in case of higher animals, one example I am saying you, that is seeds of the plants. When it is submerged underwater, they respire by anaerobic process. In case of higher animals, or we can say human beings, during exercise, they get or they take, they respire, or in their body happens anaerobic respiration. As a result of it, they produce, or in their body, in their muscles, produce lactic acid. But during anaerobic process, very less energy production is taking place. As a result of it, people will feel so much weakness. Now we will study the flow chart of anaerobic respiration. Here, as a result of anaerobic respiration, again I am showing here, glucose converts to pyruvic acid, as a result of glycolysis process. Now this pyruvic acid transformed to other substances like vitamins as well as vinegar. Such substances by the process of fermentation. As a result of fermentation, products like things like vitamins, vinegar, etc. are producing by microorganisms. We can say that to them we will call as anaerobes. That means microbes which all produce or which all obtain energy by anaerobic respiration. Those microbes we are calling as anaerobes. They are the microorganisms. They produce in their body vitamins as well as vinegar. By which process? Fermentation. In the absence of oxygen. In higher group of animals, this pyruvic acid particles, pyruvic acid molecules, that means same process will take place in their body also. Glucose transformed to pyruvic acid. But here I am showing other examples. Because of that same thing I am repeating here. So we can say that in higher group of animals, glucose transformed to pyruvic acid by glycolysis process. After that, what is happening? This pyruvic acid, as a result of fermentation, produces lactic acid. Lactic acid. This is done by erythrocytes as well as muscle cells. In higher group of animals. So here we can say same process is taking place, but after fermentation here the products, vitamins as well as vinegars producing by anaerobes. But same process we can see up till fermentation, but here the product producing by the higher group of animals in their erythrocytes. Erythrocytes means red blood cells. Erythrocytes, its meaning red blood cells, or we can say red blood corpuscles. So here I am writing now red blood cells as well as muscle cells. Now again I am showing you one more example. Same process up till here, same thing is happening. So same way, glucose, afterwards a glycolysis. As a result of glycolysis, here I am showing you pyruvic acid is producing. After that, fermentation process is taking place. After that, as a result of fermentation, here alcohol is producing. Then this alcohol is producing by yeast. This is a kind of fungi. So here we studied about the anaerobic respiration. Anaerobic respiration is doing by different types of organisms. For example, yeast, then anaerobes or microorganisms. We can say that bacteria, even some other type of microorganisms. Then we can say that here it is doing by higher group of animals like human beings in the erythrocytes or red blood cells, as well as in our muscle cells, which is taking place, anaerobic respiration is taking place. So here, as a result of exercise, when we take exercise, that time this process is taking place. Then microorganisms, yeast, normally during fermentation time in their body, anaerobic respiration taking place. So once again, quick revision like I'll explain. Glucose transformed to pyruvic acid everywhere by the process of glycolysis. Afterwards, this pyruvic acid transformed to fermentation in all these types of organisms. After that, in yeast, production of alcohol taking place. In case of microorganisms, production of vitamins, vinegar, etc. taking place. In case of higher group of animals like human beings, production of lactic acid is taking place inside the muscles, even inside the red blood cells. Let us study energy obtaining from different components of food. We will study, before we had already studied about from carbohydrate how we are getting energy for our day-to-day work. Now we are studying about from protein. The food materials which contain protein we consume, we take. After that, that protein get digested. Then from that amino acid is forming. Again, these amino acid particles are absorbed by each and every part of our body as well as cells. Again, when it reaches to different parts of the body, again these amino acid particles converts to proteins. So now with the help of a web diagram, we are going to study in each and every part of the body which type of proteins are producing by the amino acids. Amino acids. Now this amino acids, first I am writing here, reaches to the cells. There various types of proteins are producing in the cell membrane. As well as various types of enzymes are producing. So in the cells, various types of proteins are producing in the cell membrane, as well as various types of enzymes are producing with the help of amino acids which are collecting in the cells. So we can say that different types of enzymes, different types of proteins, all are forming inside the cells. After that, when it is reaching to the pancreas, when amino acid reaches inside the pancreas, there different types of hormones are producing. They are known as insulin as well as trypsin. These two are hormones. Hormones means a type of proteins. After that, it is going to the pituitary glands. There it is producing various types of hormones. Various types of hormones. Hormones means a type of proteins. After that, it reaches to different muscle cells. Muscle cells. There it is producing actin as well as myosin flexible hormones. After that, amino acids are reaching to the blood. There it is producing hemoglobin as well as antibodies. When it reaches to the skin, it produces melanin as well as keratin protein. When it reaches to the bones, it produces a kind of protein that is known as osine protein. So here the importance of protein. When we consume protein, that get digested into amino acids. The amino acids which is forming, that will be absorbed by each and every part of the body as well as cells. Once it reaches to each and every part of the body, they transformed to different types of proteins. When it reaches to the bones, it transformed to osine protein. When it reaches to the cells, it transformed to various types of proteins in the cell membrane, even various types of enzymes. Once it reaches to the pancreas, it transformed to insulin as well as trypsin hormones. Then once it reaches to the pituitary glands, it forms various types of hormones. Once it reaches to the muscle cells, it transformed to actin as well as myosin flexible hormones. Once it reaches to the blood, it transformed to hemoglobin as well as antibodies. Once it reaches to the skin, it transformed to melanin as well as keratin proteins. Once it reaches to the bones, it forms osine hormones, osine proteins. Now, we people are going to study about the lipids. Now we will study lipids. When we take lipids, its a digestion process will take place. As a result of digestion, lipids transformed to fatty acids as well as alcohol. So first we will consume lipid, the food material what we are taking, that will get digest, and this lipid transformed to fatty acid as well as alcohol. Then this fatty acid will be absorbed by each and every part of our body and converts to different substances as per their requirement. For example, phospholipid converts to plasma membrane. Same way, different fatty acids are useful for making different types of hormones like progesterone, estrogen, aldosterone, etc. If there are more quantities of lipid materials or lipid particles, it will store in the adipose tissue. So here now, when we consume lipid food materials, it will be getting digested. After digestion, lipid transforms to fatty acid as well as alcohol. These fatty acid absorbed by each and every part of our body and converts to different substances as per their requirement. For example, phospholipid transformed to plasma membrane. Other fatty acids converts to different types of hormones like progesterone, estrogen, aldosterone, etc. In case of more deposit of lipids, it will store and keep inside the adipose tissue. Adipose tissue remains inside the or under the skin. Then we can say inside the breast. Then we can say in between muscles or muscle cells, etc. Now we are going to study about vitamins. Vitamins are very much important compounds which are necessary for occurring different processes in our body. There are different types of vitamins. They are vitamin A, vitamin B, vitamin C, vitamin D, vitamin E and vitamin K. Out of them, vitamin A, vitamin D, vitamin E and K are fat soluble vitamins, and vitamin B and vitamin C are water soluble vitamins. Now here A, D, E and K are fat soluble vitamins. Vitamin B and C are water soluble vitamins. Now vitamin B2 and vitamin B5, they are very much useful for the production of NAD, H2 and FAD, H2. NADH2, what is that? And FADH2, what is that? We had already studied in the previous topic. In our body, 65 to 70% of water is there. In our body, 65 to 70% of water is present. Inside the cells, there is 70% of water. Inside the plasma or plasma membrane, there is 90% of water. So we can understand the importance of water in our body. Due to any problem, if there is any loss of little quantity of water, that will affect or that will disturb the whole body. We can say that each and every cells it will affect. When we consume different types of nutrients, even we consume different types of fibers. Fibers cannot be able to digest in our body, even though it will help for the digestion of other nutrients which are present in the body. Along with that, it will help for the digestion of undigested food materials from our body. Thank you.